You know that feeling when you've technically been in bed for 7 hours but wake up like you haven't slept at all? Your eyes open but your mind doesn't quite follow. The body moves but every step feels heavier than it should. It's not just fatigue, it's a fog, and the hardest part, you didn't do anything wrong. You went to bed at a reasonable time. You tried the warm tea, the meditation, the blue light glasses, but still you're running on empty by 9 a.m. This isn't laziness. It's not aging gone wrong. It's just reality for millions of older adults who struggle with sleep, not from lack of effort, but because the body changes and sometimes no routine can fully reset the system. And while nothing can truly replace a good night's rest, there is something that can help bridge the gap. A simple supplement, often misunderstood but deeply researched, is quietly becoming a go-to for people who need their brain to show up, even when their sleep doesn't. It's not about hype. It's about real science, smart use, and giving your mind a second wind when you need it most. In today's video, I'll show you how this overlooked nutrient can help restore your energy, sharpen your focus, and make tough mornings just a little easier to get through. Part 1. Why do you wake up tired even after 7 hours in bed? You do everything you're supposed to. You head to bed at a decent hour, maybe even cut out that evening cup of coffee, dim the lights, silence the phone. You stay in bed for 7, sometimes even 8 hours, and yet you wake up feeling like you've barely rested at all. Your body aches, your brain is foggy, and a part of you quietly wonders, is this just what getting older feels like? It's frustrating, because no one talks about this part. People tell you to sleep more as if it were that easy. But the truth is, for many adults past 55, sleep changes, and not in small ways. Your sleep may not be broken, but it's not working the way it used to either. And the worst part, you feel it deeply in your mornings, in your memory, in your mood. What most people don't realize is that sleep quantity doesn't always equal sleep quality. You can be in bed for 8 hours and still never reach the stages of sleep that actually restore the brain and body. As we age, our ability to enter deep sleep, the kind that repairs cells, processes emotions, and refuels energy, begins to decline. Melatonin production naturally drops. The nervous system becomes more sensitive. Your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented. You wake up more often. And even if you fall back asleep, the rhythm is already disrupted. So your body might be sleeping, but your brain is working overtime to manage the chaos. That's why you wake up feeling like you've been through a storm. You didn't rest, you endured. And when you step out of bed, it's not just tiredness, it's a kind of emptiness. You're moving, but your battery never charged, so you try harder, you nap, you drink more coffee, you add melatonin, you cut sugar, you read all the blogs and follow all the tips. And still, something isn't clicking. Because the real problem isn't just falling asleep, it's staying asleep long enough, deep enough to heal from the day before. The emotional toll is quiet but heavy. You start skipping morning routines that used to bring you joy. You forget words mid-sentence. You lose interest in phone calls, social plans, even hobbies you once loved. It's not depression, not exactly, it's depletion. And unless someone has lived through it, they may never understand just how discouraging it can be to wake up exhausted day after day. It's not a matter of willpower, it's biology. It's your brain and body telling you they didn't get the repair time they needed. Here's the deeper truth. Sleep is not just about closing your eyes. It's about going through specific stages, light sleep, deep sleep, and REM in a healthy cycle. Each stage plays a unique role in restoring different parts of you. Deep sleep is where your brain clears out toxins. It's when your muscles recover. Your immune system strengthens. REM sleep is when your mind processes memories and regulates emotions. Miss out on these stages, even if you're asleep, and your body feels it. Your energy dips, your focus slips, and your resilience, both mental and physical, slowly drains. But the hopeful part is this: once you understand the why, you can start to change the how. This isn't about chasing some perfect sleep. It's about recognizing that your body may need help getting back into balance. Not a miracle, not a magic pill, just a nudge, a little support in the right place at the right time. And no, the answer isn't always another pill or another gadget. Sometimes it's as simple as giving your brain the building blocks it needs to function when rest falls short. When you can't get more sleep, the next best thing is to support your brain as if it had. That's what we're going to talk about next. A small, trusted supplement that helps your mind bounce back, even when your nights let you down, because you deserve to. Part 2. Your brain burns out first. Here's why. You may think it's your body that's exhausted, but more often than not, it's your brain that's giving out first. That's why on some mornings, even before you've poured your coffee or put on your shoes, you already feel behind, mentally drained, spiritually flat. You haven't done anything yet and somehow you're already spent. It's a silent kind of burnout, one that doesn't shout but slowly wears you down. And it almost always starts in your head, not your muscles. What most people don't realize is that your brain is the hungriest organ in your entire body. It weighs only about 2% of your total body mass, but it consumes roughly 20% of your daily energy. Even while you sleep, your brain is active, sorting memories, regulating hormones, clearing out waste. But when your sleep is disrupted or shallow, the brain never fully gets its reset. It wakes up tired, it stays tired. And a tired brain is a struggling brain. Your focus fades, your motivation dips. You start a sentence and forget where it's going. You walk into a room and can't remember why. These moments feel small, but over time they chip away at your confidence and clarity. And here's the part we often overlook. It's not just about age. It's about energy, real cellular energy that your brain is starved for. The deeper problem. There's a chemical at the center of all this, adenosine. It's your brain's natural signal for fatigue. As your brain uses energy during the day, adenosine builds up. The more it accumulates, the sleepier you feel. At night, sleep helps flush it out, if and only if that sleep is deep and uninterrupted. But when you toss and turn or wake often, adenosine doesn't get cleared. It lingers, which means by morning, your brain is still fogged, your reaction time is slower, and your thoughts don't move as easily. You're awake, yes, but not fully there, and it doesn't stop there. As adenosine piles up, inflammation quietly enters the picture. Not the kind you can see or feel immediately, but microscopic inflammation inside the brain. Scientists have found that poor sleep increases certain compounds, cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha that signal inflammation. Over time, they dull cognitive function, affect emotional regulation, and make your brain work harder just to do basic tasks. You might notice it when a small problem suddenly feels overwhelming, or when a once simple conversation now feels like effort. This isn't just stress. It's not moodiness. It's the cost of sleep debt paid for by your brain's ability to think clearly and stay resilient. And here's where it hits hardest. When the brain is low on energy, it starts cutting corners. It shuts down higher-level thinking first, what we call executive function. That's your ability to plan, organize, focus, even hold back from reacting emotionally. It's what helps you stay patient, calm, collected. But when that part goes offline, everything feels just a little bit harder. You misplace your keys and feel frustrated. You forget a word and suddenly worry something's wrong. You cancel plans not because you don't want to go, but because the mental effort feels too heavy. And again, no one sees it. On the outside, you look fine, but inside, your brain is waving a white flag. Yet here's what matters most. This process is not permanent, it's not irreversible, and it doesn't mean your brain is broken. It means it's underfueled, underslept, overworked. And the good news is once we support the brain's energy systems, things can improve, sometimes dramatically. Because the brain, like any muscle, doesn't just need rest, it needs fuel, not hype, not caffeine, but real biological support for how it makes and uses energy. This is where everything starts to shift. When you begin to look at your mental fatigue as something physical, not personal, you can let go of guilt and start focusing on solutions. You don't need to try harder to be alert. You need to help your brain recharge from the inside. That's the lens we're using in this series, not to chase perfect sleep, but to gently support your brain in the mornings when rest wasn't enough. Because clarity is not just about sleep, it's about how well your brain recovers when sleep fails. And while rest will always be the foundation, there are ways to help your mind feel more like itself again, steadier, sharper, calmer. In the next section, we'll talk about one specific supplement, simple, affordable, well-researched, that's been shown to help the brain do exactly that, especially when you're waking up tired, foggy, and needing to feel grounded again. Because your brain may burn out first, but with the right support, it can also bounce back first. Part 3, a small supplement that packs a big mental boost. You don't need another pill to fix everything. You don't need a complex routine or a supplement cabinet that looks like a pharmacy. What you need on mornings when your mind feels 2 steps behind your body is something simple, something proven, something that gives your brain a chance to catch up. And believe it or not, there's one supplement that's been quietly doing just that, helping the brain bounce back when sleep doesn't show up. It's not flashy, it's not new, and that's part of why it works so well. It's called creatine, and before you scroll past or assume it's just for bodybuilders or gym rats, pause. Because this little nutrient has a side most people have never heard about. Yes, creatine is known for supporting muscle energy, but over the past decade, researchers have discovered something much more compelling. Creatine is also a powerful brain fuel, especially for people who are sleep-deprived, fatigued, or mentally foggy. And no, you don't need to work out to feel the benefits. You just need a brain that's running low on energy, and most of us know that feeling all too well. Here's how it works. Your brain runs on ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Think of ATP like the battery pack inside every cell. When ATP is low, your brain slows down, focus disappears, reaction time lags, words slip away. But when creatine enters the picture, it helps your brain recycle and restore ATP more efficiently. It's like having a backup generator kick on when the lights flicker. Even better, creatine helps buffer adenosine, the same chemical we talked about earlier that makes you feel tired. By supporting the brain's energy system, creatine gives your mind just enough clarity and control to function when it otherwise couldn't. The results are real and not just anecdotal. Multiple studies have shown that creatine supplementation can improve short-term memory, reasoning, focus, and reaction speed, particularly when the brain is under stress. And one of the most surprising findings, even a single dose, just 5 to 5 grams, can offer noticeable mental benefits. You don't need to take it every day. You don't need to load it or follow a strict routine. You simply use it when you need it on days when sleep was short and you still need to show up for life. Think about that. A small scoop of powder, a simple capsule, and you give your brain the tools it needs to stay present, stay clear, and stay resilient. That's not hype. That's what happens when we stop treating fatigue as a personal failure and start supporting our biology in smarter ways. And it gets better. Creatine is affordable, widely available, and unlike many brain boosters on the market, it's not a cocktail of unregulated herbs or synthetic compounds. It's one of the most studied and trusted supplements in the world, with decades of safety data behind it. Athletes have used it for years. Now, neuroscientists and sleep researchers are starting to look at its power beyond the gym and seeing how much it can help older adults who feel mentally drained and emotionally off balance. Let's bring this closer to home. Imagine a day when you wake up groggy and your calendar isn't kind. Maybe you've got errands, a doctor's visit, a phone call you've been putting off. You don't have time for a nap. You can't afford to be forgetful. This is when creatine shines, not by pumping you full of energy like caffeine, but by gently restoring the clarity you were supposed to wake up with. It doesn't make you superhuman. It helps you feel human again. And this part is important. Creatine is not a replacement for sleep. It's not a cheat code or something to rely on every day, but it is a thoughtful tool, one you can keep on your shelf for those days when rest falls short but life keeps going. Because some mornings are heavier than others. Some days ask more from you than you have to give. And having something that safely supports your brain in those moments, that's not weakness, that's wisdom. When we talk about aging well, we often focus on the physical, but your mind, your presence, your ability to think clearly, to connect, to enjoy is just as sacred. Creatine doesn't change who you are, but it might help you feel more like yourself again, especially on the days when sleep leaves you behind. Up next, I'll show you exactly how to use creatine safely, how much to take, and when it makes the biggest difference. Because it's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things at the right time to help your brain feel balanced again. Part 4: How to use it safely and simply. By now you may be thinking, okay, creatine sounds promising, but how exactly do I use it? And that's a fair question, especially if supplements have ever felt overwhelming or overly complicated. The good news is this one's simple. There are no complex schedules, no loading phases, no gimmicks. Just a small, safe, well-timed dose that supports your brain when it needs a little extra help. Let's break it down. First, let's talk how much. Research shows that 5 to 5 grams of creatine is enough to support cognitive function, especially after a poor night's sleep. That's about half to 1 teaspoon if you're using creatine powder. This is not a megadose, it's a gentle nudge, and for many people less is more. If you're new to creatine, starting at 5 grams is often a smart choice, especially if you're sensitive to supplements or just prefer to keep things light. Next, the when. Timing matters, not for strict reasons, but for effectiveness. You want to take creatine in the morning, ideally with breakfast or a light snack on days when you feel mentally drained or didn't sleep well the night before. Why morning? Because that's when your brain is already trying to boot up, and creatine helps it do that more smoothly. Think of it as giving your brain an extra set of batteries to get through the day before the fog sets in. Now, the form. Creatine comes in 3 main types: powder, capsules, or premixed drinks. Most people find creatine monohydrate powder to be the most affordable and effective. You can stir it into water, coffee, juice, or even mix it into your yogurt or smoothie. It has little to no taste, and once it dissolves, you likely won't even notice it. If powders aren't your thing, capsules are a great alternative. Just check the dosage, as many brands offer lower doses per pill. Some people prefer drinks or blends, but those often come with added sugars or unnecessary ingredients. Keep it simple. Clean, pure creatine is all you need. One of the biggest concerns people have is safety, and it's a valid one, especially when trying something new. So here's the truth. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements in the world. It has a strong safety profile, even in older adults. Studies have shown that regular doses, like the 5 to 5 grams we're talking about, are safe for the kidneys, heart, and brain when used properly. Of course, if you have any chronic kidney conditions, it's wise to check with your doctor first. But for the majority of healthy older adults, creatine is not just safe, it's incredibly well tolerated. You might also wonder, do I need to take it every day? The answer is no. This isn't a supplement you need to build up in your system to feel the benefits. You can take it as needed, especially on mornings after a bad night's sleep or when you anticipate needing extra mental focus, like on days with important appointments, travel, errands, or anything that tends to leave you mentally drained. For some, that might be once or twice a week. For others, it may become part of a daily routine. But there's no pressure to commit to a long-term regimen. It's a flexible tool there when you need it. Now, let's address one more question. What if I don't feel anything right away? That's normal. This isn't a stimulant. You won't feel a jolt or sudden wave of energy like you would with caffeine. The effects are subtler. You might notice your thoughts are a little clearer. Tasks feel a bit more manageable. Your mood is steadier. You don't get frustrated as easily. That's creatine working, not by pushing you harder, but by gently lifting what's been weighing you down. And remember, no supplement is a fix-all. Creatine is not a replacement for sleep, rest, or caring for your emotional well-being. It's simply one more way to support your brain when life gets in the way of your best intentions. It gives your mind the fuel it needs to function, especially when sleep has let you down. In a world where so much advice feels complicated or overwhelming, it's refreshing to find something that's both gentle and powerful. A scoop in your morning tea, a capsule with breakfast, and the knowledge that you're doing something kind for your brain without overloading it. So if you're waking up tired more often than not, if your mornings feel heavier than they used to, and you're ready for a small, thoughtful shift, this may be it. Not a miracle, not a cure, just support in the moments that matter. In our final section, I'll wrap everything together and leave you with one gentle reminder about what this is all really about. Not chasing energy, but reclaiming your presence on your own terms. By now you understand that fatigue isn't always about sleep alone. It's not about laziness or age or just dealing with it. Sometimes it's your brain asking for help in the only language it knows: fog, forgetfulness, frustration. And when sleep doesn't deliver what it's supposed to, it's easy to blame yourself. But you don't deserve blame, you deserve support. What we've talked about today isn't a shortcut, it's not a quick fix. It's a gentle, science-backed way to give your brain what it's missing: energy, real cellular energy. The kind that helps you think clearly, feel more like yourself, and get through the day with more ease, less struggle. Creatine isn't new, but its role in brain health is often overlooked. That changes today, not because it's trendy, but because it works safely, simply, and in a way that fits your life, not the other way around. So if you're someone who wakes up tired, even after 7 hours in bed, if your mornings feel heavier than they used to, if you've been searching for something small, honest, and real to help you show up just a little better, this might be the answer you didn't know you were allowed to try. Thank you for spending your time here today. I know your energy is precious, and my hope is that what we've shared helps you feel more supported, more informed, and more in tune with what your body and your brain actually need. Be gentle with yourself. Aging isn't about slowing down, it's about becoming more intentional with what lifts you up. And sometimes the smallest things make the biggest difference. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.